Hi INFJs and Autistic INFJs, welcome back to my channel. This one's for the INFJ who still can't explain why that short relationship shattered them more than the long one ever did. If that's you, you're not alone. And it isn't just heartbreak. It's something that's much deeper and it's tied to directly to how you're wired. Today, by request from a wonderful viewer, we're diving into why INFJs feel heartbreak so deeply, especially when it doesn't make sense on paper. Why does the 6-month relationship sometimes leave a deeper scar than that 12-year one? Why we carry love like a full body tattoo while others can just wash it off like eyeliner? We're going to explore that INFJ wiring, how attachment style plays into it, and why being a deeply empathetic human in today's world makes love feel a bit like we're skydiving without a parachute. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Trina. I'm an INFJ and I'm also autistic. I created a channel because I wanted to help people like myself feel seen, heard, and understood. I also love helping INFJs and autistic INFJs find self-love and self-acceptance and understand who they are through coaches, classes, and community. So I hope you find my channel helpful. I truly do. If you're returning, I'm glad you came back. You guys are amazing. My viewers are awesome. I invite you, if you haven't yet, to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate the support. Don't forget to check out the resource section in the description of this video. I put some resources up there that have helped me out, and I know they can help other people like myself. All right, before we get going, I have something exciting to tell you. I launched my new community, Divergent Rising. I decided to call it. I love the name. A lot of you were asking for a space that's off social media, which I totally get. I'm not a social media fan. Somewhere calm, intentional, and built for people who feel really deeply like ourselves. So I created Divergent Rising, a community for INFJs and autistic INFJs, neurodivergent INFJs, to connect, reflect, and just be themselves in a safe place. If you want more information on that, check out the link in the description of this video. All right, let's get into this. INFJs, we don't casually date. We purposely invest, okay? We don't just pick a person, we build a whole vision. Are you with me so far? Future memories, emotional connection, a safe place to be our weird, wonderful selves. And when somebody fits that rare energy, we let them in fully and completely because it doesn't happen very often. And when this ends abruptly, even if it was just say for 3 or 6 or maybe even just 8 months, it's not just a breakup. It's grief over the version of the life that we imagined. Are you agreeing with this? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments because I totally do this. I create those memories, like the whole vision of this life that I'm going to have with this person if I truly connect with them. So for INFJs, losing a connection that felt safe and aligned is like losing a lifeline because that's exactly what it feels like. Plus, let's be honest, we don't have that kind of connection with people very often, do we? I can think of maybe 1 or 2 times in my entire life that I had that kind of connection with somebody. And when we do finally get that kind of connection, it's very sacred. So of course, it's going to hit harder when it ends. But here's the thing most people don't understand. Time isn't what makes a relationship impactful. It's depth. INFJs can be with someone for years and still feel like something was missing. I've been down that road. I've spent years with somebody and still feel that they haven't the slightest clue who I am, that something is drastically missing. Then we can meet somebody who sees us, gets us, and bam, we're all in. When we say all in, we mean the kind of all in where we've analyzed all of our trauma, healed that inner child in our head, and imagined how our quirks are going to look in our 80s. Like that's all in. We've got this huge big picture that we've created. So yes, when it ends, especially if it's ending sudden or if it's like unexplained, it leaves us basically reeling. That's the best word I can figure for that one. Not just heartbroken, but very confused. Like our mind is going every direction. How can something that felt so real just vanish? It is very confusing. That confusing feeling is very, very real, and I have felt it. So let's talk about attachment styles and the INFJ pattern, that anxious avoidance trap. The INFJ gets emotionally close, senses distance, and instead of pulling away, we tend to lean in harder when we sense that distance. Not because we're clingy, but because we feel that shift and we want to repair it. That's our first, and we're just naturally wired to do that. That's our first thought is we need to fix that. That's just naturally how we're wired. But the avoidant partner feels smothered. This is where it gets tricky, that our partner then, it feels smothered. So they pull back even more. And it's like an emotional tug of war where INFJs, we will play this until our arms fall off, right? They're pulling back more. So we're going in there even more to repair it because that's just the type of people we are. We're just naturally wired that way. But I lost what I was going to say. Had something good too I was going to tell. Oh, I got it. And the thing is, sorry, words are hard this morning. The thing is, we blame ourselves when this happens. Did I love too much? Did I say too much? Am I just too much? You with me on that one? I've totally questioned all of that. Am I just too much? Did I love them too much? Did I say too much? Was I just too much again? But no, our depth isn't the problem. It's just that not everybody knows how to swim in it. INFJs, we don't just lose the person when this happens, we lose a part of ourself that felt safe expressing. That is huge because quite often we don't feel safe expressing any part of ourselves for numerous reasons. Usually it's past conditioning, which that's a big topic, and I'm not going to go down that road today. We question, was that the real me? And if it was that version of me rejectable? That one hits hard because I've totally been down that road. And then we add in our intuition, our intuitive nature, and we keep trying to solve that heartbreak like it's a mystery novel, right? We're the big detectives and we're going to solve it. We replay conversations, we dissect micro expressions, we analyze texts, go over and over and over again. We look for clues. And again, we go over and over and over again. I know some of you are nodding your head. I am. I've been there. But the spoiler alert is we will never find the clues because there are none. We're never going to figure it out. But we do this because closure matters to us. It's very important to us. We don't need perfect endings. We just want to understand why something that felt so good fell apart. We just want to understand it. That's all, right? But here's the truth. Most INFJs learn the hard way. We learn the hard way. I can agree with that. I always say that. If there's one way that I'm going to figure this out, it's definitely going to be the hard way because that's who I am. Heartbreak will crack us open, but that opening, it lets light in. We start asking the deeper questions, we evolve, we heal. That 6-month heartbreak, it might have hit harder because it showed you what was possible. Right? It showed us, it's like dangling that carrot in front of the rabbit or teasing your dog with a treat, showing what's possible. You want this? Because we were finally ourselves. That's huge. And now every connection that we form from here on out can be built on that truth. So it's more of a superpower hidden in heartbreak, if you think about it. I mean, yeah, that hurts. The heartbreak is real. That hurt is very, very much real. But it gets us asking the deeper questions. And like I said, we evolve, we heal. And now we know what's possible. You may feel broken. I know I definitely have, but you're not. You're not broken. You're becoming even more you. And that's a good thing. That's really the whole point. When we think about it, we want to become more us. So if you're still healing from something deep, please know you're not crazy. You're not weak. You're not unlovable, because that's what I used to feel. And you're not alone. INFJs, we love really hard. We fall in vision and we grieve in layers. And even though being kind and sensitive, being that type of a person in today's world, today's emotionally avoidant world, is tough, it's exactly what this world needs. So you're not here to play small, to shrink your heart. That's not the point of it. We're here to grow into it. And yeah, it hurts, but it's also very sacred. If this spoke to you, drop a comment and let me know what resonated the most so we can grow together. And hey, if you're still navigating heartbreak, I see you. You're doing better than you think. And I've been there with you, as many of us have been. So I hope this was helpful. Again, I invite you to like my video and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to share this video. The more times it's shared, the more INFJs we get to help. And if you're interested in Divergent Rising, my community off social media, check out the link in the description of this video. And I'll see you again with my next video, where I'm talking about the real reason INFJs and neurodivergent INFJs hate being interrupted. Hate it. Hate being interrupted. And it's not what you think it is. So I'll see you again in another video. Bye for now.